Good day all, and welcome to today's session. Thank you all for joining today's session. So before we get started with our session today, could you please just turn off your notifications and sounds just to minimize any disruptions and any sort of disturbances that might come through. And so throughout the whole session, you can ask questions, and we've got a Q&A box that you can type in your questions and we will answer them closer towards the end of the session. Alternatively, if you are not verified on Teams, you can put the chats in your questions in the chat box. So today, we will be getting a presentation from our insightful Student Recruitment Manager, which is David. And then we'll also have an opportunity to hear from our wonderful Student Ambassador, Sonam. So for this, you will get the copy of the slides. So you can just check your email and you'll receive it between Monday the 14th and Tuesday the 15th. And you will also get a certificate of attendance. So closer towards the end of the session, we will put up a QR code and a link which you can copy, and it will direct you to a survey. And once you've completed that survey, you'll just keep an eye on your inbox between Monday the 14th and Tuesday the 15th, and you shall have received it in that time frame. And this survey will get you a chance to compete to win a prize. So without any further ado, Mr. David, can you please take it away?
Thank you very much. Mr. Kotane and Sukumo is based in our South African office and just one of our many offices around the world. Truly global institute, engineering institute of technology is, and I'm very excited to spend time with you today and talk about all things EIT on campus. We've got quite a few people still coming in, and absolutely wonderful to have you all here. I'd love for the session to be interactive. That's very important because we want to know what you think and we want to answer your questions. So if we can all please type in the chat box there, I would love for you to just tell us, where are you from? Where in the world are you attending from? Having myself traveled through a lot of Africa, Southeast Asia, some of Europe as well to meet our students. I'd love to just find out where you're from. So we have Taiwan, amazing. Sibusiswe Tao, Mr. Tao, or Ms. Tao, South Africa, awesome. You might get my accent is South African. So I used to work in the South African office. Nigeria, we have, what else have we got? Kumukotan as well, South Africa. Yoruba, so is that Raphael, you are Yoruba, so where are you from? Delta? Just correct me if I'm incorrect there. I myself have been lucky to have been in 5 or 6 different cities in Nigeria, Abuja, Ibadan, Lagos, PH, all sorts of places. So very fortunate to have traveled to many places. Eritrea, so you from Ibadan, Raphael? No wahala. So Kelvin is from Kenya, and I've also been very fortunate to go to Kenya, Botswana, Babuti. We've just opened an office there in Gaborone. So lots happening here at EIT. So thank you very much. Please keep the chat box flowing with questions, and very anything is valid. So we'll be talking about on campus here as well. And I'd like to get the presentation started. I'm very excited to get Sonam, one of our on-campus students here, to talk about experience too. So we'll get there. So basically today, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. There you can see me. It is me, David. I've got over 10 years experience in finance and consulting in my previous role, in my previous life. And I also have over 8 years now experience in international student recruitment for UK and Australia. That's actually 9 years now. And then almost 7 of those are basically with Engineering Institute of Technology. So I've done quite a few different things here. Student recruitment, talking to you lovely people, is my passion. And so I'm very fortunate to be in that space where I found what I love to do and able to do it every day. Gilbert, I see from Zambia. I was just in Kitwe and Lusaka myself. So really, really good. Gone, I've been there as well. Brilliant. Thank you, team. Thanks, everybody. So, yep, back to who am I? I'm passionate about education. I'm passionate about finding out what's best for you and how we can help you on your education and your professional journey. It's what I love to do. And so I'm very lucky. Okay, so what programs do we offer on campus? And so let me go back to the name, Engineering Institute of Technology. As you'll know, it's pretty much in the name, right? What we do is in the name of our institution. That's it, engineering. We're obsessed with engineering. That's all we want to do for our students, and we're pretty good at that. And so we have 3 bachelor courses on campus, and that is in our Perth office where I am. And those 3 bachelor's courses are Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, one in Mechanical Engineering, and then, of course, one in Civil and Structural Engineering. All right. We're going to get into a little bit more. I'll explain to you what the difference is between our bachelor's and, let's say, a BEng, and why we do that. We offer, as I mentioned, those bachelors in Perth. We've got a beautiful campus in the city here. I believe Sonam will tell you all about it in a bit. And our postgraduate programs are quite interesting as well. And so we have the Master of Engineering in Industrial Automation, as you can see at the bottom there, the Master of Engineering in Electrical Systems, also in Mechanical and Civil and Structural. We've got a very, very interesting program, and I think very relevant to what's happening today in the engineering space, and that's the Doctor of Engineering. I want to know also, guys, is anybody heard of a doctor engineering? Is it the same as a PhD? What are your thoughts? That's what I want to know. What are your thoughts? What do you think about these courses? Have you heard of a doctor engineering? Is that something you were thinking about? I see also one of our friends from Rwanda was in Kigali not so long ago, a beautiful country, and Africa is beautiful, and the world is beautiful. Anyway, let me get back to courses and what we do. All right. So you'll see that there's other campuses too, and all of our courses are offered in Perth. So that includes the bachelor's and also includes the postgraduate programs from master's all the way to doctor. So what do we offer at other campuses? We have other campuses, and we've got a postgraduate campus in Melbourne. Again, also in the city, exactly where you need to be amongst business, close to transport, and very professional. This goes for all of us. They're professional. They've got everything that you need. They're new. You'll walk into each one of our campuses, and it's new professional environment. And we also have a campus in Brisbane. So, Doctor of Engineering is available in Perth and Melbourne. All of our masters are available in Perth and Melbourne, and 3 of our masters available in our brand new campus in Brisbane, beautiful city as well. Also in the center of the city, at 333 Adelaide Street. And so we have different opportunities for you to choose from, and certainly different types of opportunities in those cities. So we've got some answers there, Raphael. Yes, but not the same. I'm interested in. Excellent. We can talk about that. Dr. Engineering is coming up with a practical solution in your field of engineering. Exactly, yes. Not only research and scientific, but real engineering issues for you to solve in the area of engineering. So absolutely. Mohammed says PhD, more research based, while Denge covers both practical and research. Correct. PhD is more on theory. Siswe, yes. And then we've got between 14 and 15 April, we get a certificate. Yep, great. Okay, so let's move on to our next slide, and do keep everything coming. Keep the questions coming. Let's talk. This is very important to me, but also to you. So when you study a program, engineering in this case, one of the most important things you can think about is accreditation. Is this course accredited? Okay. And I can safely say, yes, it is. If it wasn't, I don't believe it's if you're studying on campus and your course, especially engineering by the peak body, I would be very, very worried for you to study that. Your money is valuable. Your fees are very important to you. We respect the fact that you are spending lots of money to increase your or to stay on your trajectory of success in your engineering career. So accreditation, very, very important. You'll be able to click on these links. You will be able to click on these links. It's going to show you, it's going to take you to that. So don't take my word for it. Please go and check EIT's courses on Engineers Australia website, and it's going to show you these courses are accredited internationally. Okay, well, what does it mean? What is the accreditation? You might sort of might be asking me, what am I talking about, right? So all of our bachelor courses that you see there, Bachelor of Science, okay, and I'll talk about that in a bit. These are have full accreditation by Engineers Australia. I would like for everyone that's interested in finding out more, you'll fill out your form, and we will, if you want to get contacted by one of my team members, our course advisors, that can go through all of that. But here's some homework for you. Go and research the Dublin Accord, the Sydney Accord, and the Washington Accord. What are these things? That's the signatories. Australia is the signatory to these accords, as is South Africa and many other countries in the world. So essentially, if you study a bachelor's or master's on campus at EIT, that course is recognized at that same level in all those countries by those engineering bodies. What does that mean? Again, further, it means that the peak body in that country has recognized your course as meeting the top level in the industry. And I think that's hugely important. Okay. We've just had our audit from Engineers Australia and been given a very, very important and very well deserved, in my opinion, positive audit. And so full accreditation persists. I've got a question from our friend in the chat box, Mohammed. If you're able to put in the Q&A that we can get sort of answer at the end so that we can keep going, we can do that, but I'm going to answer that. So DEng accreditation, like all of our on-campus courses and our higher education courses, accredited by TEXA, which is the local education authority here. When you get to Engineers Australia, there's 3 levels. You have the Dublin Accord for advanced diplomas, the Sydney Accord for high national diplomas, 3-year bachelors of science degrees, of which we offer. And then you have the Washington Accord, which is BEng honors and masters. So there's no accreditation level for Doctor of Engineering at Engineers Australia. It doesn't exist, but the DEng is accredited recognized by TEXA, which is our education framework body, at an AQF level 10. So I hope that answers your question, Mohammed. But in terms of let's get back to the courses. So we have the 3 bachelors under the Sydney Accord, the 4 masters, all recognized under the Washington Accord. So you get recognition, you apply for membership at Engineers Australia. Okay, keep the questions coming, everybody. So I mentioned I'm at the Perth campus. If I had my background turned off, you could see the city skyline here in Perth. Rio Tinto building is just over there, and many other businesses. So we have, you'll see pictures of our flagship Perth campus there in the top left. We also, the team sits on the top floor there, and our campus is on the ground floor and the second and the first floor. So you can see the building on the left, our workshops next door to us at our other facility, and also inside the classroom there, one of our wonderful professional lecturers over there. Bottom left-hand side, you'll also see the automation teaching studio, one of our many teaching studios. So as I've mentioned, everything's new, state-of-the-art, and the environment that you study in is also conducive to personal, practical learning. You're not going to get lost in a sea of numbers in a big lecture hall. You will be given personal support. And engineering is hard, so you will need that. You'll need support from your lecturers, your learning support officers, and everybody. Right? So that's a little picture of our campus here in Perth. And then we shall go on to our Melbourne campus. And I've mentioned that that's in Flinders Lane, or I said it's in the city, but it is in Flinders Lane in Melbourne. As you can see there as well, beautiful central location, labs over there, big teaching areas, and just a wonderful place to be And we've just extended that campus for another floor, and we've put in more labs. So a very, very exciting place to be. And then our newest addition, we've opened this a year ago, our Brisbane campus, and that is at 333 Adelaide Street, as you'll see in the bottom left-hand picture there. And again, similar structure to all of our campuses. Everything is new. The classrooms are very much tailored to personal learning, roundtable learning. And so if I was you, I'd picture sitting in a classroom, your professor or your lecturer who's also experienced in industry around you like this, sharing knowledge and making sure that that what you're doing, spending your time and your resources in class actually pays off for you. We often see lecturers spending time with students outside of the classroom all the time because we can do that, because we don't want more than 20, 30 students in the class, because it becomes a little bit less valuable to our students. And so we really care about our students, and I hope that comes through when we're talking on these presentations. All right, Kumo, we doing okay, my friend, for time?
Yes, if we still good, we still good.
Absolutely.
Dave,
Thank you for keeping me on track.
Do you want to take control of the presentation, or should I just continue scrolling down for you?
I've been changing the slides on my side. Is it changing at all, Kumo?
Just try and move one of your slides. Maybe go back.
There we go. Is it moving?
I don't see it.
Okay. It's moving on my end, Kumo. So perhaps
Let's just
you would
find out
want
from
to.
the attendees. Which page are you on?
I'm on page 11.
Okay, there we go. Now you are. Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Excellent. Thank you very much for keeping me in check. As I mentioned, Kumo, I rely on you to ensure that happens. So brilliant. Okay, so the Brisbane campus, and then I'd like to talk a little bit about fees and about payments. Unfortunately, there is a fee that is payable for the on-campus courses. I would like to mention that it's very important. We've done everything we can to make sure that the fees for on-campus are accessible to students. And so it is $25,000 per semester for bachelor's and master's, all right? And the next Engineers Australia accredited fees are anywhere between $35,000 and $50,000 a year at other institutions. So the payments and the fees are accessible to students, and we also have a range of scholarships and options for you to reduce that study fee. And they're on our website. And again, this will be shared with you. We have scholarships from $2,000 all the way up to some really interesting scholarships in a doctor program, and ranging from $2,000 to 10% to 15% and beyond. So please have a look at these options and the payment options as well that's available to you. Then I wanted to look a little bit into the actual courses themselves. Okay, so I've mentioned that the bachelor courses, the undergraduate courses at our Perth campus, what do they look like? Well, we've mentioned the disciplines, and we have civil engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering bachelors. Okay, those are 3-year programs, and it's designed to meet the outcomes or criteria of the Sydney Accord. Okay, as a technologist, so very important. And remember, I've asked everyone to do a little bit of homework. And so that'll make sense if you do check that out. The links are on our website as well, so you'll find it there. Well, what's the structure of the bachelor's? What does it look like? Well, we have 27 units in the program, workshops as well as work experience. All right. So you do need workshop and experience units for completion of the course, and workshops are delivered in break weeks. All right. Typically, you'll have 4 to 5 units in each study period. You will basically be completing this on campus in 3 years' time. There are other options to do it online. This is not what the session is, but we do have about 6,000 online students in all of our courses globally, which is interesting for you, but not relevant to this session. Just nice to know. So you will study this bachelor course for 3 years on campus. Okay, so typically what does one semester look like? It's about 12 weeks of study, 2-week mid-semester break, 1-week study break, and naturally exams. I've mentioned the work experience. So here at EIT, We believe work experience and internships is absolutely important. So we take care of that. We will place you in an internship as well with no charge to you. Very important. Okay, so that's a little bit of a snapshot. You'll spend about 2 to 3 days on campus on average when you are here. And what the team does is we do try to make sure that your schedules are together. So I had a student from another institution come in and probably 10 a week come in to talk to us because they heard about us. They want to join us from another institution. Um, and they were saying that their lecture was booked for 9 o'clock in the morning till 12 at this other institution, not here. And then a workshop from 5 till 9 in the evening, which meant the student had to just stay around for 12 hours. I don't think that's great. We need to look after our students very well. So we do that. Right, next slide, and a little bit about our postgraduate courses. Okay, so our masters and also our Doctor of Engineering. Well, what does that look like? Okay, so civil and structure masters, electrical systems, mechanical, and something called industrial automation. Please, if you've heard of industrial automation or you know what it is, just give us a little summary in the chat box. Kumo's going to watch out there. He knows very well what it is, as he's a very professional course advisor as well. So please put in there, what is industrial automation? Which type of students can do industrial automation? Where is it in industry? I'd like for you to give me your thoughts, everybody. So how does that look? We've got 13 units in the masters, including the thesis and workshop and work experience. Again, workshop and experience units are required for completion and graduation. And 4 units are taken in each study period. And this is a 2-year full-time on-campus course, obviously available online too. That's something that people want to do. And then also one semester is typically 12 weeks and a 2-week mid-semester break. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Again, all of those courses are recognized by Engineers Australia. Do we have any takers for what is industrial automation? I just want to make sure everybody is with me. And I'm hopefully not boring anyone. If I am boring you, just type it in the chat box too. That'll be great. So moving quickly just to chat about the Doctor of Engineering. So what is that again? What does this look like? So it's 16 credit points, 4 units, and 1 research first year. The research project proposal is the equivalent of 12 credit points, and you can see that online as well. The second year is a further 4 units, which is 44 credit points. 2 of these units are research-based. The third year is fully occupied with a doctoral dissertation, which is 48 credit points. Okay. We've had some good answers in the chat box about the Doctor of Engineering versus PhD. There were some very good, very to the point comments about that. What I love about the Doctor of Engineering, there's many things. Okay, so if you had applied for a PhD, you need to find your own supervisor. You sometimes not really well assisted by your supervisor at universities because they have lots of students. Well, here at EIT, we actually appoint your supervisor. We find your supervisor for you, and that's a massive, massive burden off your shoulders. You also spend time in the classroom. So there are some coursework units, and then you gradually go into research. So it's a very good way to stay connected and supported. Also, the visa grant that you are eligible to apply for, and we will connect you with education agents, reputable ones in all the countries we mentioned. We have agents, and those people are service and help you apply for your visa. And so that is a research sector grant visa, which is good. Ask your agent about that. I'm unable to talk about migration as I'm not an agent, but we can connect you with an agent to take you through all of that stuff, and I'll give you all those answers. So a very interesting, relevant course is the Doctor of Engineering, as are all of our courses. Okay. Well, what are the benefits of studying on campus? And we do things a little bit differently. We do use technology quite a lot, and we also use a flipped classroom model as well. Sometimes you might get a lecture streamed in from one of our lecturers across the globe, what is happening in Spain, what is happening in South Africa, and from a different perspective. I think that's hugely valuable to get that perspective. all of our classes and our campus are student focused. So everybody here knows the student is sovereign, very important. But another thing is our lecturers and our courses are industry linked. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, exactly that. What you study here is what you are going to get on in the workplace. Again, I don't want to talk about other students in different institutions because there are brilliant institutions out there. However, we keep hearing from students studying at other institutions that they have not seen in their course in industry what they studied in their course. In fact, a lot of the material is outdated. We're not like that because our lecturers are industry experienced. We do hands-on practical. We stay connected with industry to make sure what you study here is what you get in the workplace. This is reflected by various quilt surveys and also the fact that we won the Australian National Export Award for Education and Training, beating all the universities. So it's just one of the many things that are good about EIT. But again, student focused. It's all about you. We want you to succeed. We want you to be employable, and we put in the resources to ensure that. Okay. So I touched base on something I'm very passionate about myself, which is work integrated learning or experience on there. So anybody, what's the benefit? It's on the screen, but I want your perspective. I want your perspective, everyone. Can you tell me why would you do work experience? What's the importance of it? And I'll talk about it, but I want you to also say what you think. Um, what does the work integrated learning look like? Well, it's 240 hours of work integrated learning that we organize for you. Okay, can be either full time or part time. It doesn't affect the duration of your course, and so it's not going to extend your course. That starts usually in after the first year of your program for bachelor's and masters, and you need to have obviously passed more than 50% of the course. Okay, can be virtual, physical, or hybrid. Physical is obviously the most what we aim for. And I don't see anybody putting anything in the chat box yet, and I'm hoping there's some things coming, but I'm going to tell you why this is important. So you gain experience in an Australian workplace. Okay. Real world experience in the industry. Sonam, thank you very much for fronting up there. Absolutely. Real world experience in industry and relevant experience as well. Okay. Also gives you an opportunity to network with people in the workplace and find some connections with like-minded engineers. Find out about different areas of the business. Maybe interested in a specific area. So it gives you exposure to that, which I think is very, very important. We also arrange a lot of site visits for our students to be exposed to industry and see what is out there, what type of jobs are out there, and what can I do, what am I interested in? And so it's very, very important to get exposed to these types of things. Okay. Right, we almost at a good spot now with our dear friend Sonam, and I'm sure she'll be very, very excited to speak to you. And so we're almost there. But what is the application process, everyone? So I've mentioned education agents, and we have quite a lot of them. We work with the likes of IDP, BARDA Education, Expert Education, Aussies, and many, many, many different agents as well. And so thanks Busizo, hands-on experience assist you to have a better understanding of theory. Yes, absolutely. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Yes, we don't want you to have theory only. We want you to be employable, and practical experience and practical learning is going to make you employable. That's it. We want you to be successful in the workplace. Okay. What I wanted to, so as I mentioned, we'll go back to the application process, and then we'll have questions and answers afterwards. I think there's a couple in there already, which is brilliant. So what you'll need to do if you're interested in applying for an on-campus course, all right, we have many agents, and those are located in many of your cities. If you think even in Kenya, we've got in Kisumu, Mombasa, Nairobi. If you think about Singapore, we've got in that city. Anywhere you're looking, Taiwan, we have agents there. China, Port Harcourt in Nigeria, we have a number of agents. Anywhere you can think of, we can link you up with the reputable agent. These agents sign an agreement with us that's very detailed. We only work with reputable recognized agents that are not going to do anything bad. And so if we refer you to an agent, we've really thought about this. We want them to look after you. We want agents that feel the same about you that we do, and we want them to care for you. So we can refer you to agents that will help you from the whole application process all the way to visa application for you. Okay. You can speak to any one of us in the recruitment team. As I've mentioned, when you fill out the form here, you want to be called, we can call you about all of this and take you through the whole process. Okay. What do you need to bring with when you speak to an agent? Okay, is your relevant academic transcripts and certificates. Simon says the video is not streaming. I can only hear the audio. Kumo, if you can just check in the chat box and speak to our friends to see if everyone's got a good experience. I hope it's fine. So what you'll need if you want to do a bachelor's, you will need to bring your year 12 or equivalent school transcripts with your certificate. And then you bring that. Also your English language proficiency test. Okay, so IELTS. And I think Busiso has asked, is it IELTS? Yes, so you can do IELTS, PTE, TOEFL. Just needs to be equivalent level of 6.0 for your bachelor's, your IELTS, and equivalent level 6.0 for masters. The only difference is in your bachelor's, you need a 6.0 with no band less than 5.5. In your master's, 6.0, no band less than 6.0. Your Doctor of Engineering requirement for IELTS is 6.5. Okay, so again, what do you need to bring to your agent for assessment? Your academic transcripts, so your school certificate, if you want to do a bachelor, or your diploma, if you want to do a bachelor. Then you need, if you want to do a master, you need your full transcripts for your bachelor's with all the backlogs, right? Make sure it's all there. Your award, as well as the following documents: English language proficiency, your CV, and your passport. Your agents will certify these for you and stamp them to say they're good and upload them for you when needed. Okay, so they're there to help you, but so are we. All right, so we will process your application in 2 to 3 working days, and it's very important that your documents are all there and everything is up to date there. Okay, and then it helps us give you an offer quicker. Okay, all applications are also assessed on a case-by-case basis. Right, so that brings an end to my section of the presentation. Okay, please keep the Q&As coming, keep the questions coming. I can answer them, but I am going to hand over to the one and only, the wonderful, based at our Perth campus yesterday, Sonam, and back to you, Kumo, as well.
Thank you, Dave. That was really insightful, and I hope our attendees will go to our website and check out everything we have to offer based on what you have spoken about. And Sonam, you can take it away. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. As you can see, I am Sonam Zangmo, and thank you for having me today. Kumu, do I need to change the slide, or are you going to do that one?
Would you like me to? I can do that for you. Or you can take control of the slides. Would you rather do that?
How do I do that? Wait, I'll just check.
Okay, it's okay. Don't worry.
Yep.
Okay, the slide is gone now. Let me just put it back up. 2 seconds. Okay, I'm reloading it.
Yep.
And then just see if you can't take control from your side.
I changed one slide. I'm in slide 10.
You're on slide 10.
So do you see the slide?
I only see me changing the slides.
Okay.
So yep. I can actually, it's okay. I'll change the slides for you.
Yep, thank you. No
okay,
worries.
There we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sonam Zangmo, and thank you for having me here today. I'm originally from Bhutan, and I completed my Bachelor's of Engineering in Electrical Engineering back in 2023. And right now, I'm in my second year of Masters of Engineering in Electrical System here in EIT, based in Perth. Um, it's been a really rewarding journey so far. I have had the chance to work on real world engineering problems, which has helped me connect what I'm learning in class to what actually happens in the industry. Um, and if I tell you why I choose EIT, how I found out about EIT was, well, during my undergrad, um, a education agent gave a presentation at my college, and EIT stood out straight away. Uh, what really grabbed my attention was the practical focus. I didn't just want to study theory, I wanted hands on experience, and EIT promised just that. I also saw that their programs were industry aligned and globally recognized, which gave me confidence I'd be making a good decision for my career. And if I share my experience moving from Bhutan to Australia, it was definitely a big change for me. And at first, I was a bit overwhelmed. New country, new people, and being away from family. But over time, I built strong friendships, found support from peers and staff, and honestly, that made all the difference. And in EIT, we also have LSO, Learning Support Officer, who helps you helps you whenever you have some issues regarding courses and lectures or tutorials, and they have been helpful while I face my problems or anything. And also they have a student service officer who helps you, where you can talk if you have any mental breakdown or stresses. So that's how EIT offers help to students. If I could give one piece of advice to future students, it would be to come up with an open mind and manage your time well. As an international student, it is very important to manage your time effectively, and balance is the key, as I always say. And also, yep, studying is important, but so is enjoying the experience and making connections in the industry. Um, and what I've gained, this journey has really helped me grow in more ways than one. Academically, I've had access to cutting edge topics and tools, way more advanced than what I was used to. And personally, being in such a multicultural environment has helped me learn from others and become more adaptable. And one thing that I've really appreciated is uh, the support from our learning support officers. They have been there whenever I've needed help, and the extra workshops and learning sessions that EIT has also helped me go beyond just the core curriculum, which I've loved. And also they have like uh, in Perth, uh, the EIT also has an event called Engineer Connect, which I've uh, went for both the events, and it was a success, where you can meet people from different industry and students as well, so where you can talk and gain broader perspectives on uh, different technologies and what's going on and around the world. Um, and Yeah, that's a little bit about me and my experience here at EIT. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have, whether it's about life as an international student, the electrical system course, or just adjusting to a new study environment. Yep. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Sonam. That was very insightful. And I'm sure we will have some questions from our attendees. So in the meantime, you guys can actually type your chats in the chat box and then we can just answer them. We still do have some time to answer questions, unless Dave, is there anything else you'd like to highlight?
Thanks very much, Sonam, and thank you for sharing your experience. I believe it's very important to check with other people. Don't just listen to EIT and recruitment people. Go and check with the students, right? And I've actually got a good question from Maxwell or Fuegbu. Where are you from, Maxwell? Just put it in the chat box there. Maxwell's asked there, Kumo, I'm going to take the questions in the Q&A if that's okay, my friend. If you're happy with that,
Sure,
or did you
no
want
worries.
to? Am I disrupting you?
No. It's okay, Dave. Go
Are you
ahead.
happy? Brilliant. And so Maxwell has said, how can we interact with students from our local countries that are on campus there in Australia? Maxwell, where are you from? Pop it in the chat box, my friend.
That's the important
Maxwell,
question. Where are you
that's the
from?
important question. But we've got
Yeah.
students from many different places. Sonam can
Yeah.
verify that for me if that's the case on campus, different walks of life, different cultures. I love that. I think it's amazing. I myself
Yeah.
really enjoy meeting different people from different countries. It's probably one of the things I love about my job the most. And so we have students from all over the world. Maxwell, I can connect you with someone. I just need permission. If you can tell me where, you're from, I've got
He's
people and alumni. Where is
he
that?
said he's from Nigeria.
Oh, absolutely. I happen to have a whole bunch of alumni and lots and lots of students I can connect you with from Nigeria that have done masters. In fact, if my friend Felix is working at Western Power at the moment, and there's a whole bunch. You just let me know, and I can connect you with someone. Send your number to one of us, and we can make a plan to connect you with somebody there. Raphael Ajibodu has asked, where can we find the recordings of all previous virtual meetings? I think you might have to just be a bit more specific there and tell us what you need. We can try to help you there. Raphael also said, I'm from a background of software engineering, willing to divert into Internet of Things. Is there an industrial automation available for DEng? Well, for DEng, you can propose a topic. This is the beauty of the Doctor of Engineering. So from any background of engineering, you can propose a topic, and that's part of your application process. So yep, possible for you to divert or stay in the same part. Obviously, everything's dependent on the admissions process and your application. But definitely, you can propose a topic and then that can be supported by one of our lecturers or our supervisors. So, yep, very exciting. I've got in the other chat box, I've sent them on your chat box. Busiswe, brilliant. What else have we got? Edmund from Ghana. How will you describe the lecture-student relationship? So I'm going to send this one to
Yeah.
you because you've experienced this.
Yeah, I did. Um, for me, lecturer-student relationship, like in my experience, particularly with my department, but I've also like interacted with other department as well, and I would describe it like they are friendly, they are helpful. Whatever questions you have, you can approach them. They are really approachable, and they really do help you with whatever questions you have regarding like if it's course based or just a thing you want to discuss with. Like if you don't have like thesis topic, you can just ask help from them and they can really guide you well on what things you have to do and what are the requirements that you need while doing some works, and also regarding the software things that you don't know anything about, they're really helpful. I i would describe that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sonam, and you've done quite a lot of courses. You've been here for quite a long time doing different courses with us. So thank you very much for sharing
Yeah.
your experience there. And again, it just students are supported here. we want you to succeed. And so even the software, your learning support officer, your lecturer, your academic support people, we're here to help. Good day, Joy. Thank you for joining. And so I wanted to ask you any more questions, because I really want you to come away with all your answers here. If you have questions about education agents in your area, if you have questions about the course fees, the experience here, just let us know. And I'll hand in the meantime for a minute back to my dear colleague, Mr. Kotane.
Thank you, sir. So there's another question from Raphael, and he's asking, thank you. Just to clarify, for this current virtual meeting, where will the recording be available once the session ends? And also, where can we find? Oh, okay, so you can go onto our YouTube page. We will upload them there. You can normally find all our webinars that have been recorded. We do upload them on YouTube and on our website every day. So you can just take a look at that.
Thank you.
Is there
I'll
any
take the
other
next question there
questions?
from, yeah, I'll take the next one from Raphael as well. Thank you very much, Raphael. Really love it when people ask us questions, and absolutely the more tricky the better. Please, we want to get caught out. We need to think here. We need to answer your questions. So you've asked where about our agencies for Quara. I don't think there are many agencies in there. Lagos, we have agents from Surulere, Keja, Lekki, Ibadan, uh, Victoria Island, everywhere around that area, the whole of Lagos. We have many different offices, even close to Anthony Village in Lagos, there on that side, in Lekki. We've got many agents there. It's just, we can link you up with that one, Raphael. Thank you. Thank you very much for that question. Back to you, Kumo. I bet you've got something for us, have you? Certificate of attendance, very important.
Okay, so I
please
have put up
fill this out. Back to you.
Yeah, so I have put up the certificate of attendance link and the QR code, sorry. And then as you'll see in the chat box, I've also put in the link there. And then for our virtual week, there's still 2 more sessions, if I'm not mistaken, that are still yet to take place. And then if you want to speak to one of our course advisors with any sort of inquiries you might have about your education perspectives, you can just book a call, and we'll give you a call and discuss whatever it is that you might have in mind. And then there's a link to our course schedule, which is a list of all the courses we offer, as well as when they'll be starting. And then there's a lead course advisor email, which is Gamu in our South African offices, and he's always happy to help with whatever inquiries you guys might have. And then Gilbert Chancer is asking, do you have agents here in Zambia? Dave, you want to take that one?
Yes, we do have agents in Zambia. We work with a number. There aren't many agents there, but we do work with them. Just let us know where you're based. If you're in Kitwe or Ndola or Lusaka, wherever you are, just let us know. But I guess what we can do is connect you with an agent if you want to. Just reach out to us or indicate you'd like a call back, and then we can send you those details as well. Thank you very much for that question.
Okay, do we have any other questions? Just quickly checking the chat here. Ali, I will provide my email address and I'll reach out to you and we can take it from there. So just thank you for giving us a little bit of your background there. We'll take it offline after this. So I've just put in my email address there so you can reach out to me, and then we'll discuss whatever queries or rather inquiries you may have. Gilbert just said something in the chat.
Gilbert is near Central Province. Okay, great. Reach out. I'll pop my email address there too if you want some support, everyone. please reach out. If you want to be connected, Gilbert, let me know. Thank you.
And then Rafael asked, can you share your LinkedIn with us, David Kumo and Sonam? Unfortunately,
yeah,
go ahead, Dave.
You go first, my friend.
No, it's okay.
Look, everybody, I mean, it is, I will share my LinkedIn profile, but I can share mine. So I'll encourage you to add me to LinkedIn if you like. For now, thank you very much. So I'll share mine and then you can add me. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, if there are no other questions or anything, we can wrap up the session. Any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, we'll give it like a minute or so while you guys think of any questions that you may want to ask. But in the meantime, these are contact details. So for courses, you can just email our EIT course email, and then someone will get back to you. And then also our website and the address to our Australian campus is also there. So if you are in Australia and you want to go and pay us a visit, please feel free. And our contact details are there as well, so you can give us a call if you wish to.
Can I add something, Kumo? Is that okay?
Yes, sure.
I've got a request. I would like some interaction from our guest. So would you mind typing in a greeting? It could be a goodbye or thank you or anything from your country, something from your area, your language. Please, can we learn something and can we type it in the inbox? I'm going to start from South Africa. I only know, let me do this. Is that definitely the right spelling, Kumo?
Hambagash. Yeah, that's
And that
correct.
means go well. It's a beautiful saying, actually. Go well, not just goodbye, off you go. I believe it's bit more meaningful than that. Go well,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
There you go. Kenneth says, Baie dankie mooi dag. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Lovely. Excellent. What else have we got? We've got Kandrichola. Is that right, Sonam? What does that
No,
actually
it's
translate to?
Kadrinchela.
Kadrinchela.
Yeah. Bhutanese.
Sounds awesome. Have we got anything from Nigeria, from perhaps Ghana, from Taiwan? Anything else we want to add in here before we conclude? Okay, we can still add it in there, but I just wanted to say thanks again to my colleagues, Kumo, and to Sonam, and to everyone that's arranged it. And for each and every one of you, thank you very much for spending your valuable time. We really, really appreciate it. We value your time. It's very important. And I just wanted to say thank you once again. Thanks very much.
Thank
you
you
so much,
once
Dave.
again.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sonam. And thank you to all our attendees. I know some of you might have woken up early to join us, and we appreciate your time. So if there's no further questions or anything else, we can call it a day. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you, Kumo. Thank you.
Thank you, people. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Hamagashle.
Kadrinchela.
Bye.
Thank you.